Our topic for this video is operations on rational numbers, multiplication, and division. In multiplication of fractions, if a over b and c over d are rational numbers, then we multiply the numerators and the denominators. So we have a times c over b times d, in which b and d should not be equal to 0. Kasi kung 0 ang b and d na ating denominator, that will be undefined. Then, simplify if possible. Tandaan, kapag fraction ng ating sagot, dapat laging naka-lowest term. We can also use the cancellation method in multiplying fractions. Let's have an example. Number 1, we have 4 over 5 times 7 over 8. So sabi, multiply lang ang numerators, multiply lang din ang denominators. So let's multiply 4 times 7 and 5 times 8. So we have 28 over 40. 28 and 40 can be divided by 4. So pareho silang pwedeng i-divide ng 4. So, i-divide natin para maging lowest term yung ating sagot. So, 28 divided by 4 is equal to 7. 40 divided by 4 is equal to 10. So, our final answer is 7 over 10. Next, we can also use the cancellation method. Sa cancellation method, ang ika-cancel natin is isang numerator, isang denominator. Kung saan, pareho sila ng number na divisible. Okay, so dito, si number 4 at si number 8 are both divisible by 4. So, cancel natin si 4 or divide natin si 4 ng 4. So, 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. Then, si 8 divided ng 4, that is equal to 2. Kung ano ang dinivide natin dun sa numerator, yun din ang i-divide natin dun sa partner niya na nasa denominator. So, pareho silang dinivide ng 4. So, this time, our fractions is 1 over 5 and 7 over 2. So, i-multiply natin. 1 times 7 is equal to 7. Then, 5 times 2 is equal to 10. So, the answer is 7 over 10. Next example is negative 20 over 21 times 7 over 5. So, as you can see, we have negative and then positive. So, our answer is negative. So, kung naaalala pa yung ating lesson about multiplying integers having unlike signs. So, sabi, multiply ang numerators. So, negative 20 times 7. Multiply ang denominators, 21 times 5. So, we have negative 140 over 105. So, ang ating numerator at denominator ay parehong divisible by 35. So, i-divide natin siya. Negative 140 divided by 35 is equal to negative 4. Then, ang ating denominator, 105 divided by 35 is equal to 3. Then, ang ating fraction ay improper fraction. So, i-divide natin. Negative 4 divided by 3, so we have negative 1. Then, yung ating remainder na 1 ay magiging numerator ng ating fraction at copy lang ang ating denominator. So, our answer is negative 1 and 1/3. Now, gamitin naman natin si cancellation. Our fraction is negative 20 over 21 times 7 over 5. As you can see, we have 20 and 5. So, cancel natin si 20 and 5. Pareho silang pwedeng i-divide ng 5. So, si negative 20, nung dinivide ko kay 5, magiging negative 4. Si 5, dinivide ko kay 5, naging 1. Next naman ay si 7 and 21. Pareho silang pwedeng i-divide ng number 7. So, si 7, cancel natin. 7 divided by 7 is equal to 1. Cancel si 21. 21 divided by 7 is equal to 3. So, ang natirang numbers ay si negative 4 and negative 3. Or, negative 4 times 1 and positive 3 times 1. Again, negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. 3 times 1 is equal to 3. So, we have improper fraction. So, isimplify natin. Negative 4 divided by 3 is equal to negative 1. Then, the remainder 1 will be the numerator. Then, copy lang natin ang denominator. So, our answer is negative 1 and 1/3. Now let's try. So we have 3 examples. So let's answer number 1. Pero gagamitin natin ang cancellation method. So number 1 is 5/24 times 6/25. So hanap tayo ng pair na pwedeng i-cancel. So ang nakita natin ay si 5 and 25. So cancel natin si 5. I-divide natin sa 5. So that will be 1. And then si 25 divided by 5 will be 5. Next naman ay si 6 and 24. Pareho silang divisible ng 6. So, cancel natin. So, 6 divided by 6 is equal to 1. Then, 24 divided by 6 is equal to 4. So, ang numbers natin is 1 times 1 and 4 times 5. So, multiply natin. That will be 1/20. Next naman is negative 36/50 times 15/54. So, nakita naman natin na different signs. So, ang ating sagot ay negative. So, hanap tayo ng pwedeng i-cancel. Ang unang pwedeng i-cancel ay si negative 36 at si 54. Pareho silang divisible by 18. So, divide natin si 36 ng 18. So, we have negative 2. Si 54 divided by 18, that is equal to 3. Next naman ay si 15 at si 50. Pareho silang divisible by 5. So, 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. 50 divided by 5 is equal to 10. So, sa numbers na natira, we have negative 2, 3, 10, and 3. Sa mga numbers na natira, meron pang pwedeng i-cancel. Sino sila? That is negative 2 and negative 10. Pareho sila, we have negative 2 and positive 10. Pareho silang pwedeng i-divide ng 2. So, divide natin si negative 2 ng 2, we will have negative 1. Si 10, i-divide natin ng 2, we will have positive 5. So, another pair na pwedeng i-cancel ay si 3 and si 3. So, divide natin ng 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Then, the other one is also 1. So, the numbers now is negative 1 and 1 for the numerators and 5 and 1 for the denominators. So, i-multiply natin. Negative 1 times 1 is equal to negative 1. Then, 5 times 1 is equal to 5. So, the answer is negative 1/5. For number 3, parehong negative. So, sabi kapag same signs, our answer is positive. So, applying the cancellation method, we have negative 25/32 times negative 24/75. So, ang unang ika-cancel ay si negative 25 at si 75. So, pareho silang divisible by 25. So, negative 25 divided by 25 is equal to negative 1. 75 divided by 25 is equal to 3. Then, ang next pair naman ay si negative 24 at si 32. Pareho silang pwedeng i-divide ng 8. So, negative 24 divided by 8 is equal to negative 3. Then, 32 divided by 8 is equal to 4. So, sino pa ang pwedeng i-cancel? As you can see, we can cancel negative 3 and 3. So, si negative 3, divide natin ng 3, that is negative 1. Then, si 3, divide ng 3, that is positive 1. So, the numbers now are negative 1 times negative 1 for the numerator and positive 4 times positive 1 for the denominator. Pag minultiply natin, our answer is 1/4. So, that is the final answer, 1/4. Let's have division of fraction. If A over B and C over D are rational numbers, then A over B divided by C over D, ang unang step na gagawin natin is we get the reciprocal of the divisor. And then, we proceed to multiplication. So, sino ba ang divisor? So, from the equation, ang ating divisor ay yung second fraction. Yung first fraction is the dividend. Okay, so ang ating reciprocal for the divisor ay magiging D over C. So, ang gagawin lang natin is yung numerator magiging denominator and yung denominator magiging numerator. So, from C over D, naging D over C. And then from division, naging multiplication. So, this time, pwede na natin i-apply kung ano yung method na ginawa natin kay multiplying fractions. Let's have an example. So, example number 1 is negative 8 divided by 2 over 3. As you can see, ang example natin ay whole number. So, para maging fraction si negative 8, lalagyan natin ng over 1. So, that will be negative 8 over 1. And then, from division, ginawa ko ng multiplication. Yung ating divisor na 2 over 3, nireciprocal ko na which is 3 over 2. Next, so let's apply cancellation. As you can see, cancel natin si negative 8 at si 2. Pareho silang divisible by 2. So from negative 8 divided by 2, magiging negative 4. Si 2 divided by 2, magiging 1. So the numbers now is negative 4 times 3 for the numerator and 1 times 1 for the denominator. So our answer now is negative 12 over 1 or negative 12. Example number 2. Sa number 2, ang ating unang fraction ay mixed number. So, let's change mixed number to improper fraction. So, ang gagawin natin ay times. 5 times 1 is equal to 5. I-add natin ang numerator, so magiging 8. Copy lang natin yung denominator na 5. Then, mula kay divide, naging multiply. Then, reciprocal of 4 over 10 is 10 over 4. So, now we have 8 over 5 times 10 over 4. So, ang una nating pwedeng i-cancel ay si 8 at si 4. Pareho silang pwedeng i-divide ng 4. So, 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. Then, 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. Next pair is 10 and 5. So, 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. Then, 5 divided by 5 is equal to 1. So, now the numbers are 2 times 2 for the numerator and 1 times 1 for the denominator. So, multiply natin. So, we will have 4 over 1 or 4. Let's try another example. So we have negative 28 over 15 divided by negative 49 over 40. So as you can see, we have two negative fractions. So kapag nag-divide tayo ng dalawang negative, ang answer natin ay positive. So before that, i-change natin yung division ng multiplication and then reciprocal natin ang ating divisor. So, from negative 49 over 40, magiging 40 over negative 49. So, as you can see, pwede natin i-cancel si negative 28 at si negative 49. Pareho silang divisible by 7. So, cancel natin, divided by 7, that is negative 4. Then, negative 49 divided by 7 is negative 7. Another pair. Pwedeng i-cancel si 40 at si 15 dahil divisible sila ng 5. So, 15 divided by 5 is equal to 3. 40 divided by 5 is equal to 8. So, meron pa ba tayong pwedeng i-cancel? So, kapag wala na, let's multiply the fractions. So, we have negative 4 times 8 for the numerator and 3 and negative 7 for the denominator. So, we have negative 32 over negative 21. So, that is improper fraction. So, let's simplify into mixed number. Dahil pareho silang negative, our answer is positive. And ilang 21 meron kay 32. So, meron tayong isang 21 kay 32. Then, the remainder is 11. So, yung 11 ang ating numerator. And then, let's only copy the denominator. So, our answer is 1 and 11 over 21. Next example is negative 4 over 5 divided by 8. Si 8, gagawin nating 8 over 1. So, from divide, gagawin nating multiply. And then, i-reciprocal natin si 8. That will be 1 over 8. So, as you can see, pwedeng i-cancel si negative 4 at si 8. Pareho silang pwedeng i-divide kay 4. So, negative 4 divided by 4 is negative 1. Then, 8 divided by 4 is equal to 2. So, meron pa bang pwedeng i-cancel? Kapag wala na, let's multiply the numbers. So, for the numerator, negative 1 times 1. And for the denominator, 5 times 2. So, we have negative 1 over 10. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell para updated kayo sa mga susunod kong video.